Hi, you guys. So I'm back, and so far I've been outlining my novel, and let me see if I need this light. Um, let me see. Oh, yeah, it kind of looked dark. Okay, I can see it here. Anyway, so I've been outlining my novel, and I'm really excited, and I hope that you guys maybe purchase that outlining your novel for the romance. Writing thing that I told you guys about. So I told it's like 400 pages, and that's only if you print it on one side. If your printer can double print, I think it'll be less than 400. For me, it was 400 pages. But I know I saw that on Amazon when she had the book, Plotting Your Novel. Um, I saw that it was only like 170 something pages. So I went ahead and I left her a review because I really like it. And so I've been really busy. For example, right now, what I'm doing just for me, and she talks about the setting, and the I drew a picture, or you can take pictures of the location you want because you would hate to say that you walk in someone's house, like one of your characters goes in a certain and the bedroom's on the left, and then next chapter you say that the bedroom's on the right. You want to make sure you have consistency there. So what I did is in my setting, I have it where it is, and it's in Central Texas. For me, there are people who do a lot of research, and they go and they scout locations, and they take pictures, and they videotape and all that good stuff. um, but I've also read that it's good to, if you don't have the luxury to be going to other states and doing this research, it's good to write around your area. And if I'm not mistaken, I've heard that Stephen King does that. Most of his books are based around where he lives. So for me, it's based in Central Texas. And so I'm putting that, and I have a lot of metaphysical knowledge. I have a lot of, I have Native American in me, so I have a lot of that knowledge with me. But I want to get stuff right, so I'm also doing research on it because most of the stuff I know from my mom. Um, but anyway, since I'm doing the setting right now, as you can see, I'm going to show you this. I do have that OBS thing, but I'm doing everything, call me old fashioned. I'm doing everything by hand. And I do have that rocket notebook where I can go ahead and draw on my notebook and then just put it on the computer. But if you have this, you could also take a picture and put it on your computer. So if you can see, I have my, let me see, it says photos that inspire my setting. And so I'm not doing photos. What I'm doing is I'm doing my own art. So I have it to where she lives in a trailer. And so this is let me see, this is the entrance. Let me see. Yeah. This is the entrance, right? Like, come on, Carmen. Let me see. Oh my goodness. Okay, here's the entrance. There's the truck right here. Maybe I should do it with this hand. Yeah, there's the truck. There's the light because I mentioned the light. They're still kind of old fashioned. So they have the clotheslines right there. Right here's a shed. Oh my God. This is so bad. So you can see it's backwards, right? I have to remember that. So there we go. That is a greenhouse right here. And here is the shed. And here is the clothesline. Here's their driveway. Here is their trailer. And I did a layout on the trailer where Stara's room's gonna be, and where Di's room is gonna be, in the living room and the bathroom. And then I have that they have a garden right here, the veggies and the herbs. And then I have, because I'm gonna have that some preppers sold them the land, so I have some prepping there, or it could be like a tornado shelter. So I have that set for that, and or you could take pictures. And then I have the flea market because they're going to be selling, and I have experience in selling because I used to sell my metaphysical stuff in my homemade goat milk soaps and buddy butters and all that good stuff. I know how to make all that stuff, so I'm going to put my knowledge in this. Um, and then I have like the Calisa. That's the name of the town that I created, but it's all going to be based in Central Texas. So I have like this is the flea market, and like where the office is. Here's the office, a little lunch spot right here, and then I have some tables, and then here's where the vendors are. So I'll have that, and if I'm not mistaken, I'm gonna have it to where she's here and they're here, and then here's a lady, and then here's the neighbor, because I mentioned that in there. Let me see, and then I have this is Dell. This is his place, and I have a bardominium. In Texas, we have a lot of bardominiums, which are like they're almost like a ranch farmhouse, but they're made out of metal and wood. They're really nice. And that's my dream, to maybe one day have a bardominium. So he has they live in a bardominium. There's this Jeep right here. And here is an extended garage, because a lot of the bardominiums, they'll have an extended garage because they have a goat farm, and they produce goats that they can sell the mohair to people, and the milk to farmers, because I'm going to have it that he's a rancher. And there's a little man-made lake right there. And then right here, let me see, right here is the place where they keep the goats, right here. You know, actually, there's actually a goat farm right by where I live. So, and then all this stuff's green, and I took notes right here. I have notes on goat farming, what the uses of goats are, and it says you can make milk, you can make cheese, you can make butter, kefir, ice cream, yogurt. With the mohair, anything you can use, like wool kind of, or you can make scarves, you can make shirts, all that good stuff. And goats are easy to raise. My grandmother, she had a ranch. So I know nothing about the ranch life or anything, but I remember as a little girl in her house, sometimes she would bring the goats from the ranch, and I'd play with the goats and stuff. So that's one thing I remember. And then, like, this is Michael's. This is the other love interest. Dallas, one of the love interests. And then here's Michael, the other love interest. And I have his house. It's a 2-story house. And then I have the first floor. And then I have that Michael's bedroom's going to be upstairs. And here's like a U entrance to the house. And they're so rich and they have so much money that they have 2 garage sites. Here's one, and then here's the other, and then there's a swimming pool, and then there's trees and barbecue area, and like a little bit of a living room area right there outside. So that way I can remember, and I have these separated, so that way when I'm writing my stuff, I'll remember. You know, I'll take a quick reference, and then they're gonna take someone's gonna be taken hostage, hopefully. Someone's gonna be taken hostage. And so I have the little what are they called, log house, log cabin, and then I have the layout of the log cabin, how I decided to make it right here. So that's going to be part of my setting. I have that, and I pretty much have it already, all of it's like outlined. And here are my chapters. And now I got to put it on my Scrivener. See, I have like a bunch of stuff. So, and what I like about it is and I have it notated down there. So it's like plotting your novel, and it's a course that I bought from Etsy. And of course, if you want it, you need to contact her and tell her, because I don't think she puts it on sale that much on Etsy. What she does is yeah, here it is. This is it. This is going to be the ultimate romance plotting workbook. And her name is Rebecca Gainier. And so she is on Etsy and she sells it, and it's very thorough. I mean, she is extremely, extremely thorough in there. She's gonna walk you through the whole process. So if you want to write a romance novel, use her. So let's see. I'm just going to give you an example. So in chapter 1, she says, "Where does your hero start? What is the goal, motivation, and the conflict?" And so she has that for chapter 1. And then once again, she goes to chapter 1. Where is your hero or heroine? Where do they start? Let me see. Where does your hero? Okay, one of them is a hero and the other one the heroine. Same identical information. And then for chapter 2, she gives you a very thorough outline. Let me see. I have to like try to keep myself together, because if I start separating this stuff, I'm lost. So let's see. I have the chapters right here listed. And let me see. So, chapter 18. Let's see. Here we go. So, let me just give you an example of like what she says, okay? So, start. So she has start. Set the stage for the world the story will be told in, and introduce your hero or heroine, whichever is the protagonist in the world. Establish their core need and hint at their wound. And then start 1B. Introduction. The other half of the romantic relationship. You may have a few scenes with your hero or heroine. First, establishing their world, them as characters, their wounds, goals, and motivation. And then point 2, which is 10%, the turning point, the call to the adventure, the meet cute, approximately 10%. This is also called the inciting incident. This is the first time your hero or heroine meet. In my book, they already know each other. So the inciting incident is something's going to happen that's going to make her cross that bridge, go through that door that she can't go back. So, yes, this could happen earlier in the book. Some say it must happen in the first scene, but I don't believe it. It has to. It's a rare occasion where the hero and heroine meet on the first scene. This is the point where the hero and heroine's life change because of their meeting. Maybe she means lives change because of the meeting. There's a couple of typos in here. So with me, they already know each other. So let's see, point 3. Pinch point. Refusal of the call. Rejection of the relationship, which is 33% of the book approximately. Show us the opposition or the conflict keeping the hero and heroine from falling for each other so quickly. Or if you have an outside enemy, you need to set them up by now with their subplot. Let the readers know what the lovers are up against and the obstacles they may face in the future. So that's 33%. And you know what you can do, one thing in the background, I have YouTube. I almost said MTV. MTV doesn't do videos anymore. What I do is on each chapter that I have is I set a song. So I like to listen. I like to go on walks. So I haven't gone on a walk for 2 weeks because it's just so hot right now. I can't take my dog out. It's just too hot for him. And so anyway, what I like to do is I like to listen to the songs. And as I was reading this, I'm like, oh, this song would be so good for this chapter or for this particular thing I want to happen in my story. So what I do is I select a song for that scene. I'm sure all of you guys probably do this, or some of you guys do. Um, so I have like little notes for me. For example, I love, um, oh my God, like I have one, Jason Mraz, and it's I'm Yours, and that's gonna be my song for chapter 6. I also really like, I can't believe that I'm blanking out right now. Um, Snow Patrol, and I like a lot of their songs, and so I have them in there. I also like, um, Ed Sheeran. I think he can write really good songs, so I have him for some of my chapters, and it's good because, um, as I'm walking, I also like 1,000 Years, which is like I think a song from Twilight. I've never seen Twilight. I've never read Twilight, but I bought the book, so I'm gonna read it. Um, but Leona Lewis, also think she has an amazing voice. Um, anyway, so I put that on there, and as I'm walking, for some reason it happens to me when I'm doing two things at one time. It's the best time for me for energy, well, for thoughts to come through for me. Um, so what I do is either like I'll be listening to my playlist, and then I'll be doing the hula hoop. I like to work out, so I'm doing the hula hoop, and I just closed my eyes and I just let like the song kind of speak to my story. And if I like what's happening, as I immediately write it down, or record it if you can record it right away if you don't have a paper and pencil. Um, when I'm walking to, I like to hear the songs and just like let go and just allow the thoughts. I just start picturing my story and allow it to flow through, and I get a lot of good inspiration like that. And also, like listening to people talk about their story, also can inspire you. And so, for some reason, doing two things at one time, it just has your brain kind of not focusing so much on the story that ideas can easily flow through. And I also believe that, since I do like working with energy and stuff, I believe that if you, I always say, like, I allow my guardian angels and spirit guides to guide me and help me write my book, to inspire me, my higher self. I ask that you help inspire me in writing this book. Um, I always say, this is kind of funny. I always say, if I was ever a writer in a past life, allow that energy to flow through and remember the little me. Because when I was a little girl, I used to like to write stories and stuff. I was like, allow that inner child of me to come through and allow her to express herself and to write those little stories. So whatever helps. I even do a hypnosis to allow me to write. I even say sometimes at night, I'm like, okay, I allow my subconscious to guide me in writing whatever scene can come through. And then one time, my book's about werewolves and I draw them about vampires. I'm like, okay, but it might help for another book, right? Or I might include vampires in my book because I really used to believe in vampires when I was a kid. Like all the way to the age of 15, I slept like this because I thought I didn't want a vampire sucking my blood. Um, but anyway, so I was just keeping you guys, letting you know where I'm at out of the whole book. So out of the whole book that I've done, I think I'm almost done. She's asking you to select your genre. I do have an accent, so if I'm mispronouncing stuff, please forgive me. Um, let me see. Let's come over here. Yeah, I think I'm almost done. I did read her novel. Let me see. Things that inspire me. Da, 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 da. I think I may have taken off like towards the end of it. But so I just have a little bit of this right now, like my genre. So from the description from the previous page, so she's telling you about the genres. Um, what do you think my genre is? So mine is paranormal, multicultural, and it's almost not a young adult, but most like a college, like from 19 to 24-year-olds. Are there things that might put your book in different genres than your chosen one? Um, well, it's multicultural. She had mentioned that on there. Um, you know, maybe paranormal. It is paranormal. If you were standing in a bookstore, what section would you want it to sit in? So if I read a lot of metaphysical books, so for me and a lot of crime, um, I've I would like it to be young adults, but I feel like it's for a little bit older audience. I'm not going to include sex in mine, but there's going to be like that love interest and stuff like that. Um, but it's going to be very descriptive because I'm a very descriptive person. um, Let me see how many books are in my series. I feel like my series is going to have three. Mine's going to have three. Um, I also feel that mine, I also want to write it from the different perspective point of view. I want to write it from Stara. I want to write it from Dal, and then I want to write one from Michael's point of view, and maybe even his mother's point of view, if I can get that, or Diana's point of view. And are first and third person point of views more popular? Which do you write in? How many books are in a series? Past or present tense? Um, Let me see. What other book, film, or TV show is more like your book? I really like Teen Wolf. That was actually the reason I kind of wanted, even though Teen Wolf's been out of commission for a while. And I'm talking about the one that was on MTV a few years ago where they just made a movie. I'm talking about something with Posey, if I'm not mistaken. That's the one. And my husband's a truck driver, and we were going truck driving, and they had the song "Fun," and we are young, and for some reason we were driving it, and then that's when I just started getting the inspiration, and I was like, oh, I would really like to write I'm gonna do it. And then I started taking care of my daughter's daughter, and then I got really sick for a while, and now I'm back to being healthy. So what are common tropes for my genre? Who are my readers, and what will they expect? Let me see. Mood. She's going to explain those. And so, but I'm pretty much going to be done on that. She's got a bunch of romantic tropes on here: babies and children, secret baby, bad boy girl, Beauty and the Beast, best friend sibling, beta heroes, billionaires, blackmail, forced reunion. I read one of those werewolf books. Blind date, bodyguard heroes, book lovers, boss employee, celebrate hero, misfits, mistaken identity, money can't buy happiness, nerdy geek and geniuses. Which tropes best work for you? What backstory is needed to support this trope? Romance themes, for example, individual versus society, isolation, looking for an escape, loss of innocence, love and sacrifice, overcoming weakness, power, corruption. Let's see, love and sacrifice. The delicate balance between what is best for the protagonist and what is best for those they care about. Protagonists constantly show how much they will sacrifice for their loved ones. In romances, these types of things are usually shown before a protagonist has learned to create boundaries between themselves and their loved ones, or it is used to show the extent of the hero or heroine's love for the other. The "if you love it, let it go" theory, or that you would be willing to die to save those you love. So like she gives like descriptions on here. I really like it. I mean, I was like, where was this? Like, where was it? I was looking for something like this. So I just want to keep you guys posted and let you know where I'm at. And hopefully I can get some beta readers from you guys or something, But it's going to take me a little bit. And oh, I want to see that Barbie movie. It seems kind of interesting. But all right, you guys. Well, thank you for watching. And if you want to subscribe, subscribe. And I'll just be sharing my journey and where I'm at. Hopefully read you guys um parts of my chapter as I'm going along. And I hope you guys write your story. See what song it is. Oh, cheap trick. So create a playlist for you chapter by chapter if you want to do two scenes. And they really inspire us. Music really is very inspiring. So remember, before I let you go, that only you can write your story. And if it's calling for you and it keeps calling you and calling you the story, that means it's something you're meant to write. So write it. Don't ever let the what if I would have written my novel. No one can write the novel you want to write. Only you can do it. And I hope this inspires you, and I hope you do it. Okay? You guys take care, have fun, and as I said, only you can write your story. Bye, you guys.